first thing we do once we have taken the generator out of its box is to remove the yellow engine mounting bracket. To do this, we tip the generator on its end with the exhaust side up. This is the yellow mounting bracket we have to remove before we do anything else. On some models, the battery mounting plate has to be taken off and turned around so it faces outwards. Simple matter of undoing the bolts, turning the plate around and putting the bolts back in. Keep in mind, do not over tighten these bolts when you put them back in, because they will be required when we mount the wheel mounting kit. This model is to be fitted with a mobile kit. However, some models will have a rubber support leg. These 4 legs actually go into the 4 outside diameter holes. To mount the mobility kit is an easy step of just loosening the outside nut of the battery bracket, putting the front support leg over that bolt, and then putting the bolt through the other side of the support leg, doing the nuts up tight. Next step is to install the 2 rubber feet onto the support leg by using the medium length bolts with a washer and just mounting them straight onto the support leg and doing them up tight when we have done both. Next step is to mount the wheel axle assembly using the 4 short bolts supplied. Slide the wheel onto the axle, inserting the axle pin nice and securely, and then you need to, with that axle pin, to bend it so it doesn't come out. And do the same on the other side. To mount the battery, first we put the clip on the rubber strap onto the back hook first, place the battery onto the holder, stretch the strap over and hook onto the front hook. Next we have to connect the cables to the battery terminals, first by cutting off the cable tie holding the cables. Connect the red cable to the positive terminal on the battery, which is marked red, so red to red, using the nuts and bolts supplied. The black cable is then mounted onto the negative terminal, which is also color coded black, using the bolts and nuts supplied. Make sure they are good tight connections. Slide the insulated rubber caps over their respective terminals. On this particular model, a bracket is welded onto the main frame to facilitate fitting the handle on, which slips straight over, and then we tighten up with the bolts supplied. Next we have to place oil into the engine. To do this, we unscrew the black plastic cap. By using a funnel, we pour the correct amount of oil into the engine. Replace the black plastic cap. Next step is to connect the gas hose onto the generator, onto the gas inlet. First by removing the black plastic protective cap and screwing the hose onto the inlet. First we turn the gas cylinder on. Next we put the choke lever into the closed position. Turn the engine switch to on. Next we press the start button and holding it in until the engine fires up. After the engine has run for 2 to 3 seconds, we can then push the choke lever into the open position. Once engine is up and running, we can plug our power cord into the AC outlet and turn the circuit breaker to the on position. When finished using the generator, simply turn the engine switch to the off position.